You're watching How Sparks Make It Worldwide. I'm on the road. I'm in Cleveland. I'm trying to do the show as best I can using the limited resources I have in front of me. And I will say, it's an adventure. Next up on of the clips we have is that Mike Lindell came to my fourth hometown, Peaks Mill, Chicago, LA, Vegas, and spoke at this conference and was I have to say the guy who introduced him, this dude right here, looks like the Q crowd you would expect. And I'm pretty sure he just announced him. This is Mike Lindell speaks at CSPOA. We'll just call it the CSPOS press conference in Las Vegas. This is about their, they're melting down the machines and yada yada. But this guy is still sticking to this nonsense, and I'm gonna tamp this audio down so it's not too hot. I hope. Wish me luck. Holy smokes! But here we go. This is Mike Lindell. This is a clip they posted on Frank's Speech. I have not watched this. This is his press conference. I'm sure it's full of new and exciting information just unveiled that's really going to turn this whole election thing on its head.
Oh, this is like educating.
Whoop, why did it jump ahead like that? Back up.
The man that needs no introduction, Mike Lindell, he's graciously let us
then don't give him one.
Partner with on his network to share this press conference with those who couldn't make it. We want to thank him for that and give him a big shout out.
Who couldn't make it? You mean the people that were too embarrassed to show up? The rats that left the sinking ship a long time ago?
When 2,000 Mules came out, believe it
2,000 bills?
I watched it, thought it was incredible with Beyond.
It was just awesome. Hold on one second. I got to make sure the audio is loud enough for you guys. Is it okay?
Compelling evidence beyond probable cause. But I wanted to know what Mike Lindell had to say about it.
Yeah.
So I watched.
Oh, boy, do I. I mean, you guys know. My offer, Dinesh, still stands. You chicken shit. Whoops, hold on.
TV and I found out quickly he was on board. Mike, welcome to the stage. And
as opposed to on crack.
Welcome to the CSPOA, sir.
The crowds just keep getting bigger and bigger and more serious. And obviously, this is a movement that is becoming a well-oiled machine that came with directions that said, do not add oil. I love you, Harry Anderson. It's a standing ovation in a weird little conference room in Vegas of basically QAnon nuts. Not everybody's getting up, but
yeah, I'll get my shot taken with you here.
I don't know what he said. It sounded like I may be chopped bacon here with you.
Oh, thank
God bless my pillow. Or I hope he said Mike Pillow, because along with maggot, that's another thing I want to catch on.
Well, thank you all. And
I'm getting serious vice principal vibes
about this event, it was about 8 or 9 days ago, and I'm gonna. Can you hear me?
Yeah, but I mean, that doesn't help us understand you.
You got a big mouth. What's up? No. So I've got, as you all, I don't know if you all know this, but on Frank's Speech, which we're having a live stream event on August 20th and 21st. That's going to.
Oh, it's now 2 days. I thought. Why do I have to? Why can't I just do it in one day? Why you got? Oh God. knowing I was like, I got to cover this crap, and then he was going to do one day. I'm like, all right, I can get back on the saddle for one day. And then 2 days now. Oh, son of a bitch. Oh, quit it. I don't know why this jumps. It's so weird. Okay.
So important to our country and
It so
going
is.
forward forever. This is a
So
historical event, but one of the pieces
It's a historical event. I mean, it's no Cyberama, but
that I was missing was I heard about the event down here was the sheriffs. And I'm going to tell you what that is. People ask me all the time. They go, the legislatures have failed us. God's revealed.
what the hell is the dude over in the corner doing? What he's like pointing at something like get him a mic stand, get him a chair, get a fire extinguisher. Tell him to zip his fly. What's happening?
God's had his hand in all this, and each thing that's been.
Yes, I agree. I think God's had his hand in all this, and he loves me and thinks I'm hilarious and wants me to enjoy this as much as possible. So with his other hand, I guess he's stringing you along to make you look like the biggest asshole you could possibly be, giving you every opportunity to jump ship and try to grow as a human, and you just won't do it.
The bad platform, Suckabucks platform.
Yeah. Never forget. Don't be afraid to in the first 35 seconds drop a anti-Semitic reference.
Twitter, YouTube, Vimeo, all.
I love that he still hits Vimeo. he got kicked off Vimeo like fucking a year and a half ago. Vimeo. Oh.
Our legislatures just about in all the states where they were red, you have one of the most evil people in the country, Brad Rassenberger down in Georgia. But you got a blocker in every state. Mm-hmm. It seems like you got your Robin Vosses of Wisconsin, you've got your Rusty Bowers of Arizona, you got your Brad Rassenbergers of Georgia. So you have all these. So people say, well,
it's this annoying recurring problem of people, even though they're on your side, still insisting on doing their job.
Evidence. Where does it end? How much more do we need? We've had enough.
I'll keep it coming, buddy.
Evidence for over a year and a half now.
No, you have not. I've looked at all of it. No, you have not. Not at all. Not even close. Stop it. I don't want to this is getting to like Rudy Giuliani ridiculousness. It's you ain't got shit. You don't have shit at all. How many times? Oh, I cover this every time. Every time he does one of these specials, I have, and you guys have seen me, I unflinchingly watch these stupid things, see every piece of evidence he suggests that he has. I look through Rudy Giuliani's affidavits, the few that they would post online, or that other people posted online because they submitted them to legislatures, but not to the court. What is that? Oh, quit it.
Every one of them to be put away forever behind bars and melt down those machines.
The machines are made out of plastic, stupid. I don't know why you're going to melt down plastic machines to make prison bars. You put them in a plastic prison. God, it's so dumb. It's just painfully dumb. Stop it. Why would you, I don't know. Melt down the satellite that they ricocheted the votes off and sent them to Spain. How about that? It's made out of metal, largely tinfoil. Most of it's very lightweight, but still. Oh, quit it. I don't know why this thing.
So I've all said if we don't get rid of the machines, we lose our country forever, and I mean every word of that. You never ever.
I know you mean it. I just know it doesn't mean anything. You get me?
Ever get it back. You go back. I've talked to the Venezuela Underground many times over the.
The what? I love that band. You've talked to the Venezuela Underground. Please tell me when all this is done, Mike Lindell is going to go on the road singing Lee Greenwood songs with it, and his backup band is going to be called the Venezuela Underground. Mike Lindell and the Venezuela Underground. I am so there. I'd like to introduce you guys to the fellas from they're my backup band, and they're most of them learn to play their instruments on using the internet, which is the only thing it's good for. Give it up for the Venezuela underground. Guys, wake up. Oh shit! Hold on. What is this? I keep hitting the space bar but this video won't do it that way.
Year and a half. I've talked to you. Go to Australia, even go as close as Canada. They're all
I would love to go to Australia. It sounds great.
at just different stages. Their countries are gone forever, where they never get it back. You know why?
Why?
The people in power that did the selections with the computers and machines, they will never vote them out. They're never going to get rid of them. It's over.
Yeah, Australia. I mean, you think America's ruined. Australia and Canada don't even exist anymore. They, I mean, there's nothing to this. Oh, God.
But what we have is, so how do we get it back? I'll
Please tell us.
tell you what. People always say in the media, and they attack, well, the judges, Mike, they looked at the evidence, you conspiracy theory, they've looked at the evidence, and all the judges said this. No, only one judge in the United States has ever looked at the evidence. That was Antrim County, Michigan, and he did not rule on it, as you...
Yeah, he was like, I looked at it. You're out of your mind. I'm not even, dude, I don't want to, I don't like you, but I don't want to do you, I don't want to ruin your life. So I'm not going to put this in the record.
No. All the other judges, you go back a year and a half and we can go, well, why didn't they do anything? Well, you know what? I believe it was fear. It was fear-based. You know, everything fear-based. How would you like to have been the first judge? And you got a family. And it's like this, like, hey, you live with a pretty nice family, Judge. You know, and nobody wanted to be first, but...
I suppose that was supposed to be like a mafioso. It's the worst kind of mafia, though. When they threaten everything you have, they don't actually hint at what'll happen. They just compliment you. It's the worst.
You look a year and a half later, and everything has changed. People now, courage is...
I wish it had changed, Mike. I wish a year and a half later it's changed. You're doing the same shit.
Brought more courage. It's contagious. Well, look at the judges. Who would have thought in the middle of all this, we get Roe v. Wade overturned? I mean, it's an incredible miracle, right?
Thank you for the super chats. By the way, you can support the show with super chats. Become a Patreon, patreon.com/HalSparks. Or you can, there's a myriad of other ways. I don't have the Venmo up when I'm traveling on here, so I apologize for that. But, you know, some of you already have it in your phone and you know how to use it. So if you guys can do that. And of course, if you're on Twitch, fire away with the bits and the subs.
Then you look at, you know, you want to know what's slowed down.
Jesus Christ, why does the volume keep fluctuating on this lunatic?
Construction of our company, our country.
Yeah, okay, there you go. A little Freudian slip.
Are the judges. Look at the gal in Florida. She got...
The gal. You know, like we got these judges like this broad in Georgia. We got this Louisiana lady.
That judge and said, these masks on airplanes and mandates are nonsense. One decision changed our world forever in that space. Okay? You have all these judges.
Yeah, we had 2 weeks left on the order. She was like, oh, if you got to end it in 2 weeks, I'm going to end it right now.
That have ruled, and even look at the attorney generals when they went after, when the administration did their big election deflection, but this was Afghanistan deflection.
Afghanistan? Oh, thank you so much, Emily. Oh, that's great for being you. Well, thank you for being you, and I appreciate that. Jinx, thank you so much for the super chat.
They do after Afghanistan about 10 days later.
They continued to notice that we were out of Afghanistan. They kept wait.
Marketing. They had Biden come up there. If you have 100 people in your company, you got
That
shot. So
what the heck? Quality stuff there, folks. Hold on.
Company, you got to get a shot. So everybody went from Afghanistan and pointed everybody's focuses on that. We're not.
Hold on. Jesus Christ. Like the audio fluctuation on this is nuts.
Not doing that. We're not doing that. And you forgot about this over here.
Yeah. Biden's brilliant at deflecting away from things. I'm sorry. Hunter Biden's fake laptop says what?
That's what this January 6th garbage is. The FBI ruled a year ago that it was a Trump. There was nothing but Trump, his supporters. It was nonsense. Of course,
no, they didn't.
The FBI did it probably to cover their own butts. But this whole thing is election deflection. It's all to bring these machines past this fall and to put it, and then they're over. It's over. Well, I'm telling you that the judges will be bringing back this country. They're ruling right now. There's rulings that come in every state, even slowing the border. You know, even though it's terrible, they made different rulings that you don't know about. This is like educating. You know, what you don't know.
I don't know what the fuck that was. That was just a bunch of weird shit. I think he's talking about the Title 42 ruling that the SCOTUS did that took away that they ruled in Biden's favor that they don't have to keep using Title 42 if they don't want to. I think.
About the media blocks, we know that. It's block after block after block. I've used the left-wing media. In fact, I asked Sheriff Mack, where's the bad media? I want them here. They're the only ones that let me get the word out.
What?
You know, I told them all.
Yep.
In Colorado, on the steps of Colorado, I said, I apologize to all you guys. I've used you guys for over a year and a half. I don't need you anymore. We have frank speech. Sorry, you know.
Yeah. I mean, like, I can't flip through my channels without a frank speech ad or actually seeing it. He bought up every other channel on DirecTV. There's just no getting past it.
And
that's why you've gone from giant Trump stadium shows to shitty little boardrooms or conference rooms. Just like Trump. You guys are doing great. Keep at it.
But there was a piece about 10 days ago.
Fuck me. Is it just me or is the audio like just spiking like crazy?
And then, okay, then we'll go to 2,000 meals.
Oh, yeah. Please jump forward. Skip to the end. Man and wife.
So 2,000 meals come up. And
yes, I'm aware.
I'm going to say, you guys know a significant day in history was February 4th of 2021. That was the day before I came out with absolute proof.
Yeah, that was the day I was already turgid. Wait, why is that play stupid?
It was also 5 days before the impeachment trials. Strategically, a company called Smartmatic sues Fox News on February 4th.
Strategically, yes. Strategically, after Fox News and a bunch of these assholes started bad-mouthing them and ruining their entire business with lies. So they strategically, in line with the Illuminati.
That right away changed my life forever, and anyone that's ever went on TV, you could not go on Fox News, you could not go on Newsmax.
Well, that's not fair. You could go on, you just couldn't go on and blather bullshit and libel someone. I mean, you can't really anyways, but it's just hard to prove. But they had set a standard for what it meant to libel these companies simply because those companies had already like stacked up a bunch of examples and said, if they keep this up, we're suing you for $1 billion and we're gonna get it. And the judge was like, yeah, they're gonna get it. And they were like, okay, we'll knock it off because we have no truth. There's no truth to this. We have no evidence to back it up. But this dickhead's just going through with it.
Conservative media, including Salem Media.
Salem Media. Pfft. Don't get me started on Vimeo.
Everybody was shut out. Nobody's been able to go on those and talk about machines or election crime since that day. Now,
Well, I mean, not without laughing.
then along comes 2,000 Mules, and everyone's going, okay, they're
It's not. I don't want anybody to get confused. It's not 2,000 meals. It sounds like he said 2,000 meals. It's not. It's Mules, just to help.
doing that because they got sued. I say, who cares if you got sued? You're already sued. Your evidence should be put out the evidence. That is your way to get out of your stupid lawsuits. And
No, it isn't. You're still going through the lawsuit, stupid. You're not getting out of it because you're releasing stuff.
so here comes 2,000 Mules, everybody.
Yes, and they all and Dinesh D'Souza is waiting there.
Well, that is what? Government cameras showing felonies getting committed.
No, that's not what happens at all.
And you're going, well, where's Sean Hannity? Where are
That's a good question. I think he's vaping. Kim, thank you so much.
these people? Isn't that news? They could not put it on Fox or Newsmax. 2,000 Mules. Shame on them.
2,000 meals. I mean, I love me a good Minnesota accent, but
They're disgusting. They're ruining
god damn, it's like, modulate, dude. I keep turning the audio down and it's still like awful.
our country by not talking. And so they show their true colors by not showing. It wasn't about the machines on Fox and Newsmax.
No.
Otherwise, they would show 2,000 Mules. They would have Dinesh on there.
Yeah, they would show 2,000 meals and 500 snacks. He does know that Fox has not aired any of Dinesh D'Souza's movies.
And the True to Vote on there and saying, hey, look what happened. This is real.
No, it isn't.
Instead, what do we get? Bill Barr on there tripling down, the most corrupt, rotten person this country's ever seen.
All right. Well, going back to the first Bush presidency, where he was the one who talked Bush into filing using I think executive privilege to hide his diaries from the Reagan era, basically, which kept all the Iran-Contra guys from being busted because it was basically his diary was the final evidence. And Barr was like, yeah, we'll work up a situation where you don't have to show that. And that piece of evidence removed, these guys are in the clear, and then so are you. That's early Bill Barr. The dude behind the concept of the supreme executive power, the executive office of the presidency.
He's going, oh, there's those cell phone pings. You can walk by. I lost mine in a field in Arizona or in South Dakota. I called my IT. I went down within an inch in a field this high, this deep, out in the middle, and pulled my phone up twice.
What? Wait a minute. I want to see that story. What happened? Wait. No. You cannot drop a story about how you lost your phone in a field twice and your IT guy helped you track it to that point and not explain what were you doing out there? And is the cow okay?
Within an inch in a field this high, this deep, out in the middle, and pulled my phone up twice.
Why? What? Again, if the grass is that high, it's not like he was there for a Trump rally. Obviously, the grass was cut on that part. What? Wait a minute. What did you pull out in a field? I'm confused. What's happening? You can't just run by that story. That's what I want to hear. I want an 11-minute clip where you tell the story about how you lost your phone in a field twice. And I want an interview with his IT guy, like speaking like he's with his face blacked out, using a voice modulator, going,
Yeah, he called about 11:30, and at that point, honest to God, I was getting kind of tired of it. But his check clears, so we keep doing it. Anyways, he's screaming into his phone. I'm trying to point him in the right direction. I can't hear him over the goats bleeding.
So, but one.
again, no, you can't breeze by that and like I'm supposed to understand what the fuck, what?
But about 10 days ago, I'm out
In a field grass up to here with a goat and your phone. You're taking pictures. Your hands are obviously slippery from some sort of gel lubricant.
I'm in Colorado.
Ima's in Colorado. Ima, if you don't know, Ima's his great aunt, twice removed.
And I'm talking to some people there, and they told me about this event and what the sheriffs could do, what the power they had. And I'm going, thank you, God, because I always look for these plug-in pieces. God brings me stuff. You know, it's divine appointments. And
no, he doesn't. You are responsible for your actions. You interact with certain people, they're going to lead you astray, dum-dum. There's like this kind of divine, like, I'm just following the light of this whole thing and it's magically laid out a path before me. No, you have an addiction coded mind. Why am I even arguing with this dude? He's just going to end up in a field
bringing
again.
me these things that we have to have. So now,
what are they going to bring? What are they bringing you? Your phone?
you got the sheriffs, all the sheriffs that didn't, a lot of them don't know they had power. I didn't know it.
Yeah, sheriffs have no idea they have power. They're notoriously like, what can I do about it, guys?
I'm going, oh, this is perfect. Because we have a plan going from the ground up and from the top down. But
yeah, and they come in from the sides, and it's like a pincer move. It's like Tenet, but for idiots.
the sheriffs now can do this, but they need
I know Tenet was for idiots.
one other thing, as you've seen in Wisconsin with the Racine County Sheriff, where they get press charges pressed, but if the judges don't rule, but they're gonna this time around.
I'm not back again. You're breezing by a lot of details, Mike.
You have it's like the perfect marriage. You have sheriffs out there doing knowing what they can do.
And you at home cooking, cleaning. It's the perfect marriage. Really. You're a stay-at-home pillow guy, and
And we put these people in prison, and they start rolling on each other.
yeah. Now you're talking about the January 6th committee, actually.
You know, it's like the mafia. You start here, and they start rolling on each other.
Yeah, that's the way it works. You start, yeah. What they take you out to the field, and you find where the body is buried.
And that's where
Under your phone.
we're at. That's why this event is so important.
It is.
And I thank you, Sheriff Mack, for having this, and I thank you for inviting me. And God bless you all. And I will say this will
Sit back down. He's not done.
you guys, you need to enjoy where we're at. We're in the greatest revival in history for Jesus Christ ever. People are pouring over. They're pouring over.
They're pouring over. I think that's the open border you guys have been clamoring about. It's a rolling orgy in the field. They're pouring over each other in a field. I couldn't find my phone for all the love goo.
And the one last thing is,
Oh, I see. Jesus. So when you save the best for last, that ain't Jesus. Okay, gotcha.
and one last thing is, just think where we would be. I want to give you a little message of hope here. I know I'm well over a little bit.
Yeah. Mike, wrap it up. We said we would give you 10 minutes. You're the only person here who's gotten a standing ovation. Everyone here is a lunatic just like you. But we lose the ballroom at 8:30, or we have to pay the staff a union bump, and we're not about to do that, okay? Thank you, Bonnie.
Where would we be if
In a field, obviously, looking for your phone. I mean, that's clear.
I said the 2020 election will go down as the most important election in history?
Well, I agree. Making Donald Trump a one-term president was hilarious and a joy.
And it's the aftermath, what has happened, everything we have learned. What if we'd have went to bed that night and they hadn't broke the algorithms? We would have all thought, oh, man, Biden won. The count would have been done by 3. And we'd have all sat here not knowing that we'd have went, oh, this country went liberal. They brainwashed our kids. Not
That's what we would have thought.
knowing that maybe that's 2% or 3% of our country. What's happening now is 40% of Democrats know this election was stolen.
Nonsense. I love how, by the way, since that statistic, which is insane, has come out, he's added 10 points to it. It used to be 30.
They had to go through this to
I think occasionally he's also said half. So,
get their eyes opened up. And that's where we're at. So thank you. God bless.
Thank you, Mike. Tremendous. Thank you.
Tremendous.
Go wherever you want. You can sit on the stage right there.
Yeah, sit on the stage. Sit down, rest yourself. Obviously, you must be exhausted from being out in the middle of the field looking for your phone covered in lube. That's they posted that. That's from Frank's speech, ladies and gentlemen. That's from this isn't even Frank Clips. This is from Lindell TV. And apparently this was a gathering that was already happening, and somebody in Oklahoma or wherever he was, thank you, Jinx, just went, you got to come to this. And he was like, okay. I will be covering that. Now, I have a show on the 20th of August, Nerd Halen show. And then the next day I have a show on the 21st in Dallas. I think that's when it is. It's like that, or the 19th and the 20th, and the 19th I have a show, and what, anyways, it's that weekend. So more than likely what I'll do is either in my free time before the other shows, on the days where I'm just in my hotel room, I will set my stuff up and we will chip away at that horse shit. I don't think it's a full day. I think they're they're going to tape 3 hours of it or something. God, I hope so. If he just runs it, if he even pretends to do like another live through the night thing, which he didn't do, by the way. He was there for 3 hours out of the 9, and then they just re-aired it overnight, and he came back part of the next day after he'd been assaulted with a tangerine. We'll eventually make it. You're watching House Sparks Mega Worldwide, by the way, and I think that the show's taste and breeding on your part. You're a good person, and I insist.